my best, but I can't really promise. So the question is, how do you develop resilience in yourself, your kids, and the others? And after I answer this question, we're going to go into the daily guided journaling practice. But before that, hit like, comment something so that I know that you're here, so that I know that you guys are appreciating this. If you guys are, let me know so that I'll feel more encouraged to continue. So with that being said, let's answer the question. So the first things first, I want to Google the word resilience because, it's nice to have a definition of it before we go. Now, it's interesting that I got this question because my program, Union of Strength, is actually not just a fitness program. It's a program that is meant to build resilience. And I have kind of recovered many, many times from different scenarios in life. And as part of my coaching with clients, this is exactly what are the things that I help them to do. But before that, we need to understand before being able to build resilience, we need to understand what resilience means. So here's Google's definition of resilience: the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness. And the second definition is the ability of a substance or object to spring back into shape, elasticity. So I'm going to break down how I do this for myself as well as my client. Whether it's applicable to kids or not, I cannot know for sure. Okay. I want you guys to share this. The idea of resilience only exists when there are difficulties and toughness. In other words, duality. If we see things in good and bad, then obviously when bad things happen to us, we want the ability to recover. If we see things in the context of good and evil, like same. But essentially, this idea about resilience only happens when there is a paradigm of fear and desire, which is what I covered in yesterday's Facebook Live topic. Fear and desire. There is something that you fear, and then there are certain things that you desire. What are we afraid of? Well, we can use the Maslow's hierarchy of needs to take a look. Safety, right? When there's no physical safety, if we can't put food on the table, there is a fear. If we can't maintain the current lifestyle, there's a fear. All kinds of fear is present, like the fear of losing someone, the fear of losing something, the fear of this, the fear of that. And then there is also obviously the other side of the spectrum, which is the desire. The desire for what? The desire for money, the desire for safety. Maybe you are already safe and you want to be even more safe. There's also the desire for less material things, like the desire for love, the desire for happiness, the desire for recognition, acceptance. So for as long as the paradigm of desire and fear is still here, of likes and dislikes is still here, we are bound to require resilience. But the moment this is dissolved, there is no longer any need for resilience, because you have just replaced resilience with acceptance. So with this understanding, this idea, let us now talk about actually how do you develop it in yourself and others? Because understanding this idea is not going to do anything, right? So based on my experiences and based on the things that I learned, I've come to see it in a matter of three stages. There is, and these three stages are not skippable. You cannot just go from the first stage, jump directly to the third stage. What actually happens is that it goes to the second stage, but people who go to the second stage think they have jumped to the third stage. So that is very, very important to understand. Conceit, pride. Okay, I've done so much work on myself, so I start to think that, oh, it's actually much more than I really am. So the first stage is the stage of safety, where people are looking and looking and looking and just struggling and surviving. When they are in that stage, they're too blinded by emotions. Yesterday we talked about how the paradigm of fear and desire keep us blinded. For as long as we are fearful and we're running away from something, we are too busy running away. For as long as we have strong desires, we have tunnel vision. We can't see opportunities left or right. We just charge ahead, non-stop. So for as long as someone is so caught up, embroiled in this idea of fear and desires, they can't ever be safe. Because even though factually they are safe, as in like there's nothing threatening them, even though factually they're safe, emotionally they're not safe. When I train clients, when I facilitate conversations in groups and things like that, it is very important that everyone inside the group feels safe. I failed many times to incite this, and therefore I know how important it is for everyone to feel safe. Because if they don't feel emotionally safe, they won't be talking about things, and neither will they be exploring. They will be all sticking with their comfort zone. They'll be all sticking with whatever it is that they currently know, which is not much, right? And they're not gonna test things out. They're not gonna do more things. Like kids, as an example. Kids initially they already feel safe. They're very curious. They want to try everything, right? But what happened to them was parenting happened to them. They are taught to fear things because parents think that that's a good thing. They are taught to desire things because parents thought that that's a good thing. From a very young age, children are taught duality. Very young age. And from a very young age, they are discouraged from doing things that harm them. They're discouraged from doing things that harm them. So when they run, the parents will stop them from running. When they climb, the parents will stop them from climbing. The parents will stop them from doing this, from doing that, from doing everything. And as a result, they have learned to not do anything, but there is still a desire in them to explore, but they have been suppressed. Any form of emotion that is suppressed will come back stronger than ever. So what happens then is that while the parents are around, they will not do anything. And when the parents are not around, they will do everything. They will go and test, they will go and try. And because of that, because they were not emotionally ready. Because put it this way, when you're young, the risk of what you do is less than when you're adult. When you're adult, the things that you do will have massive implications for not just yourself, but many people around you. But when you're a kid, it doesn't have that much. So now this kid has been deprived of the opportunity to fail when they were young, to make mistakes when the cost is still small. So they never really developed the emotional stability for this. And then when they grow up, they actually fail. And when they actually fail, there is all kinds of meanings attached to it, emotional connotations attached to it. So they start to have all these problems, and then they start telling themselves stories about how they are not worthy, and they start to get insecure and angry and shameful and guilty and all of those things, all of it, because in the young age they were deprived of the opportunity to fail. So people need to go through the stage where they feel emotionally safe, so that they can test their boundaries, they can test their limits, they can test what they can actually do, and learn from the consequences. And as a result, they train their resilience to it. And then the second thing, once the first stage is done, it goes to the second stage. I call it the knowing. Knowing is the point where we carry a lot of knowledge. Knowing knowledge, right? We carry a lot of knowledge. We know things. We listen to motivational quotes, and we listen to how tough people, their mental, their mindset, and all those things. We know it, but we don't own it. We know all of those. We know the best responses whenever something happens. We know something to say to make ourselves feel better, but we don't really own it because it's not really ours yet. It's not really inside. It is just something up here, but not down here. So the knowing stage, people start to understand, even though it's just up here, but people at least start to understand, actually, there is no such thing as good and bad. You see, resilience only happens when you have the illusion that there are risks. And then you might be wondering, huh? Of course, Felix, of course there are risks. What are you talking about? But here's the thing, right? There is a difference between risk and chances. Risk and chances. Because if you remove all your fears and desires, certain things are the way it is. It is not a matter of risk. Risk of what? Risk of nothing. There is nothing to be risky about. There is no danger. Because you do this, this will happen. Now, there is a probability that what happened is not what you want. But does it mean that it's a risk? The moment you say it's a risk, it is already a bad thing. Danger, bad thing, right? So when we look at it from a high-level perspective, we need to understand this. So people who are in a knowing stage, they're able to convert their thinking. It's like something happened, right? So something happened. What can I learn from it? How can I reframe this? How can I reframe this into something positive so that we can learn together? So they are very good at it when you go into the stage of knowing. So they reframe, and they constantly remind themselves. And once they have gone through this stage, they go into the final stage, which is understanding. So I'm not sure where it is called. From Hinduism, it's called Ananda. In the stage of understanding, this person has transcended duality. They are no longer bound by likes and dislikes, fear and desires. It is what it is. Everything is just perfect the way they are. And therefore, there is no risk. If something happened to them, okay, something happened to them. There is no fear. This person is fearless and desireless. It doesn't mean that they can't get anything done. In fact, they are much more powerful than everybody in safety and knowing, because they have the courage to do certain things. It's not even about courage, because courage doesn't even apply to them. Danger doesn't apply to them. Risk doesn't apply to them. It's like, this is what it is. And as I mentioned yesterday, as I covered yesterday, you are in your own way. All of us are in our own way. Actually, things will happen naturally if we just let it. But the problem is, we think that we need to do something. That is a problem. We think that we need to work hard. We think that we need to be doing all kinds of things to cause things to happen. But the reality is, the conditions are right. I'm not saying wait for it, okay? Some people go like, yeah, it means I need to waste my life away because there's no point, right? No point I fight for so many things. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean to say is that when people are so emotional, they can't see the right path. They can't see the path towards whatever it is that they want. And therefore, they come in their own way in that sense. So someone who is in the stage of understanding has transcended all of that. They are able to see things clearly. They're at peace. They're at true peace with everything, whatever it is that comes. There is no disturbances over here. Okay? Even though their external world is filled with chaos, in their internal world, they're completely fine. So that is the 3 stages: safety, knowing, and understanding. Now, How to get someone to go through this? First, must understand that there is no skipping. There is no jumping ahead. It is what it is. You know, even if the moment the idea or the desire, okay, I want to skip, I want to go faster. That's desire. You're already caught in fear and paradigm, the paradigm of fear and desire. Oh, but I don't like to be so slow. I don't like to. Okay, you're caught in the paradigm of fear and desire. The moment we can accept what is, that is the fastest, because we stop coming in between us and what we want. And this requires training. It is not a matter of teaching. It is training. It is to allow, it is to have things being that way. And what I've seen, based on the people I know and based on the masters that I met and I've seen that I know of, and also my own personal transformation, is that the weaker our desire and the weaker our fears, the stronger our presence. It comes to a certain point where just by sitting with someone, right? You can just sit with, I have experienced this myself. I sit with someone and they have nothing for me. Nothing. They don't have any desires for me. They don't fear me. They just very chill. They sit and you talk to them. And I was talking to them, filled with desires and fears. And my life was transformed just like that. So that is the reason why I constantly saying the most important work you ever done in your life is to work on yourself. Everything else is an illusion. I want to cause this, I want to create this. All of it is an illusion. It's a embroilment of desire. So training, not teaching, not learning. It's training. Get someone from stages from here. First, get yourself so that you can see things clearly. Then allow people to go through the stages. When people are stuck in any one of the stage, it's like, oh, I'm in knowing, but I want to go to understanding. Okay, they're caught in desire. They haven't yet owning. So allow it to happen. So that's my answer. I know it's more than 5 minutes. I'm gonna stop the answer right now. If you guys find this to be of value, please say something. Type down what have you learned, or what you disagree with. If you want to, can also. What do you have doubts with? Also good, because tomorrow tonight I can cover about that as well. In the meantime, it is time to go into today's journaling practice. Now, this is also something that trains in resilience. This journaling practice trains resilience. Because how can you be resilient towards something that you're not mindful of? And most of the time, we are so caught up in our own fears and desires that we become blind to the chances, the risks, and the dangers. We don't realize because of tunnel vision, right? Desire, tunnel vision. We don't see an arrow coming from the left. Tunnel vision. So journaling, an extremely important process that I've been using for the past 1 year. I've created this journaling process myself because there is no available journaling practice online that fits what I want. This is not a normal journaling process. It is a guided journaling process. Initially, I guide myself. Now I have the opportunity to guide you guys. So I'm going to play this video right here. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my camera. And also, once I mute myself, I will allow the other video to play. You guys might want to get your journal now. This is a guided journaling process by Felix. Doing this process daily will offer the benefit of helping you stay on track and optimize awareness of your thoughts and actions. Before we begin, have your journal in. Okay, sorry guys, for some reason I think I haven't yet solved a certain problem. The video is loading really slowly, and I have no idea why. I think it's got to do with the background music, because I now don't hear the background music. Let me just test it for a while. Nope, the background music is there. It's just that it's not loading. It's loading very slowly. Okay, I'm gonna change the setting to the lowest quality of video. I'm gonna try again. This is a guided journaling process by Felix. Doing this process daily will offer the benefit. Okay, it's not working. Sorry, technological blunder. I'm gonna use my local video instead. All right, just give me a moment. I'm gonna quit my YouTube because it's just taking too long to load via YouTube. I've just finished this yesterday, so I didn't have time to integrate it with Restream. So Restream is the software that I'm using to do this. It should be fine now. Check. Process by Felix. This is a guided journaling process by Felix. Doing this process daily will offer the benefit of helping you stay on track and optimize awareness of your thoughts and actions. Before we begin, have your journal in front of you. It is best to do this process on a fairly empty stomach. When following this process, do your best to manage your environment conducively, as any disruptions may result in loss of effectiveness. Keep your phone turned on silent and put away any potential disturbances. For the best effect, wear headphones. Enjoy! Time is a mercurial substance. Though it is a constant in the world, within each of us, the experience of time is mutable. With enough attention, a single moment can last a lifetime. But when engrossed, no amount of time is ever enough. When we pay close attention, however, we realize that infinite possibilities exist all around us. We just need to get up our own way. When opportunities reveal itself, will we be busy? Or can we just be? Sit with your eyes closed in any way which is comfortable to you. If you can, sit with your spine comfortably erect. Gently and slowly inhale and exhale through your nose. As you breathe, hear the sound of your own breathing. Feel your lungs gently expanding as you slowly take in the air. Slowly let it out. Keep your eyes closed. Now, put your hands on your journal, keeping your eyes closed. Feel the journal as you trace your hands slowly over the cover. Feel each of the bumps and ridges as they brush on your fingertips. Try to notice something today you've never noticed before. Keep going. That's right. Take a pause now. Take a moment to notice any physical and emotional sensations you are carrying. Get in touch with how you are feeling. Whatever that is going on inside, allow yourself to just observe without judgment. What are you feeling in your body right now? What thoughts are running through your mind right now? What emotions are presenting itself to you right now? Let your body, mind, and spirit talk. Let them convey what they want to convey. Allow the thoughts, feelings, and emotions to wash over you. And realize these are sounds. The sounds come and the sounds go. The good can keep. The bad can teach. And when they pass, you are still here. is a fresh new day. All that has passed has passed. What is, is. But right now, this moment holds the seed of infinite possibilities. What you choose right now determines what happens next. It is time to create something new. Gently, very gently, open your eyes. Open your journal. Turn to a blank new page and know that on this fresh new page, you are the author of something new. Write down today's date, whatever date it is. Do it now. Let's do a thank you note from your future self. Imagine writing back as your future self a year from now, having already accomplished everything that you have set out to do. Write back to your past self as you feel an immense measure of gratitude to this person. Let feelings of gratitude well up from deep within as you look at this person, struggling but determined, flawed but relentless, human with the potential of so much more than they can currently realize. See the beauty in their imperfection and realize how worthy this person is of your love and affection. Let's thank them for their efforts. Write down the date of the note from your future self. Dated 31st December of either this year or the next. Keep these notes simple because you'll be writing them every single day. Over the next 3 minutes, you will be writing your most heartfelt note from your future self, as though you're already there. Right. Thank you for staying committed to the journey, for not giving up. And while you're at it, write down also 3 to 10 results you're enjoying in the future as a result of their relentless actions. Write in a way that ensures they heard it loud and clear. You may begin. Now, bring yourself back from the future. Back to today. You've just received a letter from your future self thanking you. Feel the gratitude coming from within you as you accept these words. It is now inevitable that those results become a reality. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things you must do today to make this vision of yourself a reality? This will be your 3 intentions for today. Ensure that at least one of them is a legacy task. A legacy task is something you can create today that will help you create even more time, energy, and focus to do what's necessary for the fulfillment of your vision. Take the next 3 minutes to write them all down. excellent job. We are now almost at the end of our daily practice. Let's move on to the big question. Good answers come from good questions. Rather than waiting for things to happen, let's start asking questions proactively. What question can you ask about yourself today that will accelerate your growth? What is one question you have about your life, where you're heading, that you've never asked before? Decide this over the next 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Time's up. Thank you for giving yourself this precious time. It is time to get back to life, to get back to work. As you go about your day, keep this journal near you, near your body, and near your mind. Remember what you did this morning, and remember what matters. As long as you do this, understand that you will always be on the right track. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. It is now time to close your journal, but your day has only just begun. Until tomorrow comes, stay true. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it feels. How is it like for you to do this? Can't wait to hear your feedback. Okay, so it's restarting. All right, I'll see you tonight at 6:45 p.m. usual time. And until then, stay true.